To the church in Pergamum, Jesus had a message to believers living in one of the darkest places of their time. A city filled with idols, false worship, and spiritual corruption. Everywhere they looked, there were temples, altars, and people bowing before false gods. The pressure to compromise was everywhere, to fit in, to stay silent, to slowly become like the world around them. And yet, in the middle of all that darkness, there was still a church, still believers, still people holding on to faith. These are the words of Him who holds the sharp double-edged sword, not the words of man, but the words of the one who sees everything, the one whose truth cuts through lies. I know where you live, where Satan has his throne. Pergamum was not an easy place to remain faithful. The darkness there was real. The temptation was strong, and the cost of following God was dangerous. But Jesus saw their struggle. He saw their pressure. He saw their fear. And He also saw their faithfulness. You remain true to my name. You did not deny your faith in me, even when persecution increased, even when fear spread through the city, even when one of my faithful witnesses, Antipas, was killed among you. Still, you held on. You did not completely walk away. You continued standing, and heaven noticed. But then came the warning, the words that changed everything. But I have a few things against you. Some among them had started compromising, not all at once, not openly, but slowly, quietly. Little by little, some had begun following false teachings, mixing truth with corruption, trying to follow God, while also holding on to the ways of the world. They wanted faith without sacrifice, truth without obedience, holiness without change, and compromise began spreading. Like a slow poison, Jesus warned them about the teaching of Balaam, the same deception that once caused people to fall into sin, and others followed the teaching of the Nicolaitans, a dangerous corruption that pulled hearts away from truth. What began as small compromise was becoming spiritual danger, because compromise rarely begins with rebellion. It begins with small choices, small excuses, small moments of disobedience, until eventually, truth becomes blurred, conviction disappears, and hearts slowly drift away from God. That is why Jesus said, "Repent, therefore. Turn back. Wake up. Come back before it is too late. Otherwise, I will come to you and fight against them with the sword of my mouth." These words were serious, but they were also mercy, because God warns the people He loves. Before destruction comes, He calls people to return, before darkness fully takes over. And then came the promise, a promise for those who refuse to compromise. To the one who overcomes, I will give hidden manna, bread from heaven, spiritual life, true satisfaction that the world can never offer. And I will also give a white stone with a new name written on it, a symbol of acceptance, victory, and belonging to God, a reward prepared for those who stay faithful. Even when surrounded by darkness, and that message still speaks today, because the world still pressures people to compromise, to lower truth, to stay silent, to blend in, to choose comfort over obedience. But the message of Pergamum remains clear. Do not trade truth for acceptance. Do not slowly drift away from what is right. Stand firm. Even when culture changes, even when pressure grows, even when faith becomes difficult. Because in the end, the reward of staying faithful is greater than anything this world can offer. And the one who walks among the churches still sees everything.